welcome to the Winter Athletic Awards for 2020. I realize it's a virtual audience behind me this evening, but I would like to welcome everybody that's able to join us for the awards presentations this evening. We will follow the normal script with big side ties from the headmaster to start with, and then flow through the sports as we go. So welcome, hope you enjoy this from wherever you are, and hope you're all healthy and safe. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Big Side Tie Award winners for 2019-2020. Isolde Ardes, Chloe Chang, Talou Fadey, Aiden Gibson, Edward Buckets Lancaster, Fiona Fifi Miller, Sydney Mueller, Shannon O'Grady, Brennan O'Grady, O'Grada, life goes on, Jade, the squash superstar Pitcairn, Henry, our favorite suing, Jada, Tortuga, Rum Cakes, thanks for the advertisement, Simmons, and Katrina and the Waves, Wang. Congratulations. Our manager award this year for his efforts in the Littleside Boys hockey team, the best name at Trinity College School if you're a rock and roll fan. Get your motor running, Stefan Wolf. Thanks, Stefan.
The Littleside Boys hockey team had an exciting season this year. The boys showed passion, drive, and enthusiasm in every game. My name is Mr. Gardner, and I was the assistant coach of the team this year, along with co-head coaches Mr. Abbott and Mr. Clark. This was a hard-working group of boys who enjoyed the on-ice success they found. The team traveled on many road trips to Montreal, Windsor, Buffalo, and Lake Placid, which created positive memories that will last a lifetime. To the players moving on from us next year, we would like to thank you for your hard work this season and wish you luck with the Big Side team or wherever you land next. And to the returning players, we look forward to a fun season next year. Now on to the awards.
Good evening. I'm Mr. Clark, and I'm here to present the Littleside Boys Hockey Most Valuable Player Award. Our Most Valuable Player Award this season goes to not only one of our character leaders, but one of our most dangerous goal scorers. This young man was an offensive force to be reckoned with this season. Please join me in congratulating the Littleside Boys Hockey MVP, Grant Frost.
The Bolden Trophy is awarded annually to the player deemed most deserving on the Littleside Boys hockey team. This year's winner was a clear choice and a lock-up decision amongst the coaching staff. Jack Moser has been an integral member of the Littleside team for the past 4 seasons. His passion for the game is contagious, and his desire to get better each and every single day is unwavering. Even rehabbing back from a mid-season broken arm to fight back into the lineup so he could finish off his spotlight season during his last year here at TCS. His character was a defining feature that was role modeled exquisitely on and off the ice, something he should be extremely proud of. Congratulations to Jack Moser, our 2020 season recipient of the Bolden Trophy.
Big Side Boys Hockey had another solid season this year. Our second year back in Division 1, we managed to come up with one more win than our first year, and certainly the 2 wins against Ridley College and Upper Canada College would be highlights of our season. The team seemed to turn things around after a return from Pittsburgh from a road trip in early February, and played our best hockey down the stretch. Going into the national championship, we are ranked 12th of 16 teams and managed 3 important wins to start the tournament to get us to 8th place overall to finish the year. We finished our league play with 2 wins and 8 losses, and our overall win total was 20, 24, and 2, which was 5 more wins than the previous season. The J.W. Kerr Trophy is awarded annually to the most valuable player on Big Side Boys Hockey. Each year we have players and coaches vote on this award. And this year, almost unanimous, Josh Nadler, our goaltender who was absolutely terrific all season, is this year's most valuable player. The R.W. Goodall Trophy is for leadership on Big Side Boys Hockey. Again, the team and coaches all voted for this award, and this year's winner, the captain of the team, Salvatore Bertucci. The Vladimir Baranov Trophy is awarded annually to the player on Big Side Boys Hockey that is the leading point scorer. This year, Hunter Fedor had 24 goals and 20 assists for 44 points in 43 games. Congratulations to Hunter Fedor. Finally, a special award is given each year to the player deemed by his teammates as most deserving. This year, the award will be split between two first-year players, Nico Deichmann and Emile Hamri-Beliveau, who both exhibited hard work and dedication to the team while finishing second and third in team scoring. Congratulations.
The Big Side girls hockey team had an awesome season this year. There were many historical moments, which included taking down Nichols College School for the first time ever. That was followed up by a pizza party at Mr. Granger's. We also earned our first ever home playoff game. We took on BSS in the quarterfinals and we won that game. This is thanks to the great leadership in our seniors, and they're looking forward to passing that on to our grade 11s to keep this awesome change room culture going and the supportive environment they created. We finished third overall in CISA, a big milestone for our team.
And our success couldn't have been accomplished without the group of young players that came in this year, like Abby and Alexis, Sarah, and Emma and Eden, and especially a returning player like LJ, who just brought so much joy and passion to the dressing room and to the ice.
I would also like to thank Coach Aboud for his amazing contributions to the team this year. He offered great spirit, knowledge, and skill, and he will be greatly missed. The McCahee Cup for the most valuable player this year goes to two of our players.
Carly O'Connor and Annie Honkoop.
Congratulations. The Stroud Cup goes to the most improved player, and this year the recipient is
Eden Meyer.
The Tara Clark Trophy for Leadership goes to
Taylor Hagan and Libby Howitt.
Good afternoon, TCS community. The Little Side Squash team had a great season. The team was a competitive group, consistently battling for a spot in our top 10 lineup for tournaments. The athletes played hard throughout the season, beating the top two teams, UCC and St. Andrews, on a regular basis. This gave the team confidence as we entered the CISA Championships. The players played hard, winning the majority of their matches. Unfortunately, due to cumulative points, we came in a close second place finish. Assistant Coach Brooks and I would like to thank the team for their hard work and continuous drive to improve. I will be presenting our first award for the day. The Arnold D. Massey Award goes to the most promising under-16 squash player. This year, that award goes to Uday Talasila. Congratulations, Uday.
Hi, my name is Keith Brooks, and I'm the one of the two Little Side squash coaches. I am here to give the award to for the Ernest Howard Trophy. This is given to the top U15 Little Side squash player, and the award this year is going to a phenomenal player. He actually started in middle side squash, and just through skill and mainly just sheer determination and a commitment to practice, worked his way onto the team, and challenged his way up through the roster, and just did a phenomenal job. We are very excited to give this award to William Randon, and we are very excited to see where he is going to be in the squash program over the next 3 years. The next Little Side Squash Award is the Irvine Trophy for Leadership. And in talking with the other coach, Mr. Murray, the award, this award clearly goes to one player in particular. Just an absolute menace on the courts. He's come so far since he started with us. Again, just by a sheer determination, a real eagerness to play and develop and to practice. And his enthusiasm for the sport is contagious. It's definitely rubbed off on other players. We are delighted to give this award to Gordon Bennett.
Hi, I'm Mr. Hurley, and I'm just introducing the Middleside Squash Awards. This year we had over 25 players from all age groups playing this season, a number of whom played in big side tournaments. About half of the students were new to the game, and despite the late practice time, we had a lot of fun, a lot of growth, and it was great to see the boys keep themselves involved over the season and play some really good squash. So I just want to say thanks to the 25 players this season for an awesome season, and hopefully we'll see you out on the courts next year. The Middleside Award for Squash goes to the student who shows the most initiative, dedication, and leadership over the course of the season. And this year, the Ron Reynolds Award goes to Orchard House's own Ethan Davis. Congratulations, Ethan. And thanks for a great season, everybody.
Big Side Squash had another successful season, garnering a second straight silver medal at CISA and a 17-3 record during this outstanding 2-year run. Much of that success can be attributed to a dedicated group of grads who have, over the last 2 years, created a culture of selflessness and teamwork that will undoubtedly have an effect on the team for years to come. Much of the credit also goes to Mr. Ahmed. I'd like to thank him for his tireless efforts in helping to build the program and being such a positive role model for our players. His enthusiasm, expertise, and passion for the game will be sorely missed next season. The Charles F. Bullen Trophy is awarded to the number 1 player on the Big Side team. The award goes to one of the top players in the league and one of the best players this school has ever had. The Charles F. Bullen Trophy goes to David Pitcairn. The Moorjani Family Trophy is given for leadership. This year's Big Side captain served as a third coach, leading practices, shepherding players through difficult matches, and showing his peers what a true sportsman looks like on court. And the girls' team was captained by a selfless and inspirational player who has helped to grow girls' squash in TCS and league-wide. This year's winners of the Moorjani Family Trophy for Leadership are David and Jade Pitcairn. The Philip Ketchum Award is given for outstanding contribution. For the past 4 years, TCS has been blessed to have 2 players with enormous talent and commitment to the squash program. During that time, they have helped to instill habits of sportsmanship and work ethic that now permeates throughout all 3 teams, and they happen to be 2 of the most humble and selfless players you'll ever meet. The Philip Ketchum Award for Outstanding Contribution goes to Abby Brewer and Tristan Jin.
This year, the swim team was comprised of a group of committed and hardworking athletes. Leadership was plentiful amongst the grades, and we always had a blast practicing and competing for our school. With the dedication shown by each swimmer, great results were achieved. Overall, the team swam to 42 personal best times, 8 gold medals, 7 silver medals, 9 bronze medals, a junior girls crowned, and a 5th place finish overall at the CISA Championships. 11 swimmers moved on to the OFSA Championships, where the junior girls captured an OFSA record in the 200-meter medley relay and were named the junior girls provincial champions. Overall, the season was successful for all of the athletes. We wish those graduating this year great success, and we are already looking forward to next year with those returning swimmers. Go Water Bears!
The Danielson Trophy is awarded to the best junior boys swimmer. The recipient of this year's award is Morad Aref. Congratulations. The Housemasters Cup is presented to the best junior girls swimmers. The recipients of this year's award are Nadia Simmons and Carmela Elagan. Congratulations.
The Pat Osler Trophy is awarded to the best senior boys swimmer. This year, the trophy is awarded to Kit Chun. Congratulations. The Mary I. Wood Trophy is awarded to the best senior girls swimmer. This year, we are pleased to award the trophy to Leah Chesney. Congratulations.
The Sebastian Goulet Trophy for Team Leadership is being presented to Leah Chesney and Kit Chung for their tireless contributions, encouragement, and enthusiasm this season. You will both be missed next year, and we thank you for everything you did for the team. Congratulations.
Welcome to the Big Side Alpine Ski Team Sports Awards for Winter 2020. We're practicing social distancing from you and from each other with these Super G skis that are 210 centimeters long. We've had a great season, a little different, little interrupted, but nonetheless one that's really been captured by growth, spirit, and a sense of commitment by all our athletes. We had some great successes that resulted in some strong results at CISA Championships and at a remarkable showing at OFSA. The first award that we'd like to share with you tonight is the Bill Strong Memorial Award for the most improved ski racer on our Big Side Alpine team this year.
And the award goes to Gracie Menzies and Henry Sewing. Congratulations. Before our next award, we'd like to take a moment to recognize our grads from TCS Alpine: Natalie Lane, Grace Hodges, Charlie Wads, and Gracie Menzies. We don't know what this team would be without the four of you, and we thank you so much for all of your great contributions over the years. You will be missed. The Ted Savage Trophy for Most Outstanding Contribution is awarded to
Finn Conacher. Congratulations. This year we had a lot of skiers that like to turn and burn. Speed's the name of the game, and these guys raced with one foot on the line that said control and the other that said reckless abandon. Divided out by our open competitors, those with some race training beforehand, and our high school competitors, we have a variety of different winners. Mrs. O'Grady?
For high school trained girls, fastest skier was Tate Howell. For high school trained boys, fastest skier was Charlie Watts. For open girls, fastest skier was Grace Hodges. And for open boys, we have a shared award with Silas Hodges and Brennan O'Grady.
This year's Littleside girls volleyball team is composed of many new players. However, they came together quickly as a team. This group of ladies were a coach's dream. They worked hard, stayed positive even during difficult games, and applied every little piece of feedback that we gave them to help improve. The girls had a great season and should be very proud of their success. The last game of our regular season against Lakeville College School was probably one of the most memorable, as the girls were implementing all of the strategies that they had worked on all year and looked like a team that had been playing together for much longer than just one season. Losing the third set by only 2 points, the girls left everything on the court, and it was an exciting way to end the season. This year, we are pleased to award 3 deserving ladies with coaches' awards for Most Improved Player, Most Valuable Player, and Leadership. Our first award is for our Most Improved Player. While all of the girls on the team this year developed as individuals, this player had other coaches and referees commenting on her blocks as she would shut down attacks from the other team time and again with ease. She also developed an overhand serve on her own within the first couple of practices, and when asked, "When did you learn how to do that?" her response was, "Like, just now." Congratulations to this year's Most Improved Player, Lizzie Watts. Our next award is for Most Valuable Player. This player had a consistent overhand serve, a great block at the net, and started to develop a powerful back row attack that is not seen a lot at this level of volleyball. She was also a key player to have on the court as her energy helped to support the team, and she was flexible at filling into different positions last minute when needed. Not only is she a skilled player, but she is also a great leader, motivator, and a true team player. Congratulations to this year's MVP, Natasha Deichmann. Our final Coaches Award for Leadership goes to a girl that has been with us for the past 2 seasons. Her eagerness from day one allowed her to naturally fall into a leadership role and therefore is one of our co-captains. Offering to lead warm-ups, work with girls on their skills, and lead by example with her positive attitude, she's a valued player on the team. She was also always one of the loudest to cheer for her teammates, whether she was on the court or supporting from the bench, or whether we were winning or losing. Although we will miss her on Little Side, we wish her all the best for next year. Congratulations, Reese McGee.
On behalf of the entire team, I would like to extend our appreciation to all the parents, spectators, and faculty staff in making this Middleside girls volleyball season fun and memorable. Throughout the season, our effort, attitude, dedication, and resilience provided our group with a number of triumphant wins, nail-biting rallies, and learning experiences. It has been a pleasure seeing the improvement and outstanding team contribution over the course of the year. Whilst we have an entire team of strong athletes, it is important that we recognize an individual who demonstrated exceptional leadership throughout the season as our captain. This individual played every game and was a key part to the team's success as our setter. This MVP award goes to Agnes Grabkova. Congratulations.
Our next award for the Middleside girls volleyball team is for our most improved player. She came into the tryouts, never had played on a volleyball team before, but ended the season on our starting lineup. She took on a difficult position as our front court middle and did nothing but rise to the occasion. She showed extreme dedication to growing her skills, learning how to tip both sides and develop an aggressive offense and an even better overhand serve. We can't wait to see where this young athlete's skills take her in the future. This year's most improved player is Alex Bedard. Lastly, a big thank you goes out on behalf of the entire team to our fearless leader, Coach Pep. You made every moment memorable and reminded us to always have fun.
I had the pleasure of coaching Big Side girls volleyball this past winter, and it was quite a remarkable team of 12 young women. And I'm here this evening to present 2 awards, the Federer Cup for MVP and the Lynn Lowry Trophy for leadership. Before I do, just a quick season recap. This team did very well over the regular season, a 9-2 record in CISA play, lost in the semifinals to a very strong BSS team, won one tournament during the year, came second in another. So they had a remarkable season, and we've got a lot of the players back. But we are graduating 4, and we will miss those seniors sorely. For the awards, the Federer Cup goes to the MVP, and this is a very tough choice on a team of 12 where everyone had a key component in our season. Between injuries and illnesses and absences, everybody played a key role at some point. But it comes down to who was the most critical player or players to have on the court at all times. And the coach's decision, mine this year, is to award the Federer Cup for MVP to 2 young women, Katrina Wang and Sydney Mueller. Congratulations to you both. The second trophy for Big Side Girls Volleyball is the Lynn Lowry Award Trophy for Leadership, named after a past, very experienced coach that I worked with many years ago here. And for this leadership award, it is going to a young lady that will be no surprise to anyone because she just naturally takes the leadership role because she just naturally so well fits it. And so this year's Lynn Lowry Trophy award winner is Roselle Torres. On this exceptional team, we've decided this year to offer one coach's award. And it's an additional award this year because we felt this player deserves some recognition today for her efforts and her improvement. So a coach's award for most improved player on Big Side Girls Volleyball this year goes to Addie Malpass. Congratulations, Addie.
Hey there, sports fans. I would like to thank all the players on the Little Side basketball team this past season, as their hard work and obvious love of the game led to quite a lot of fun and many great memories. By the end of the season, the team finished with a 9-5 overall record and a 5-4 league record. This enabled the team to earn the 2nd seed going into the playoffs, where we hosted 3rd-seeded Holy Trinity School. This game was very exciting as it went back and forth until the fourth quarter, where Holy Trinity went on a run to go up by 6 points with only 3 minutes to go in the game. However, at this time, an abundance of spectators and senior players entered the gym as the Big Side game had just finished. This infused the gymnasium with a great deal of energy, which rallied the team together. After a timeout was called, the Bears put on a full court press for the remainder of the game. Through sheer determination and excellent execution, the Bears were able to score an amazing 18 points in the final 3 minutes of the game. This resulted in a 49-44 win. The Bears went on to face Appleby College in the championship match. The players played with a great deal of energy and pride, but when the final buzzer sounded, Appleby was the victorious team. Although losing the championship game certainly stung in the short term, the team was excited to earn the silver medal in a long and hard-fought season. Well done. This season's D. Hadley Armstrong Cup for MVP is being shared between two players. Along with being able to score plenty of points themselves, they also had the ability to set up their teammates to score. The combination of their superior understanding of the game, athletic abilities, and competitiveness enabled them to both create many steals and play lockdown defense. These two players were certainly the driving force behind the team's success. Whether they were responsible for leading huge comeback from behind wins or hitting buzzer-beating, game-winning shots, these players were amazing to watch on the court. Congratulations to Toyo Udoya and Bradley Zamiri. This season's Coach's Award is being given to a young man who is simply an exceptional player to have on the team. He consistently showed up to practice early, asked questions to further his understanding, and always supported his teammates. He knew exactly his role in the team, and whenever his name got called to come into the game, he was ready to go and put forth a terrific effort. His tenacity and grit enabled him to play outstanding team defense. He was able to develop a reliable three-point shot, none bigger than during a crucial road game which spurred a huge comeback win for the team. He applied instruction very well, which helped him develop into an impactful and key player. It has been a pleasure coaching this young man over the past 2 seasons. Congratulations to Adam Fraser.
Middleside boys basketball had a very successful season this year, moving from an exhibition schedule to the competitive CISA Division II league. With 2 rookie coaches and being first-timers in a league of predominantly big-side teams, we endeavored to prove we belonged. We accomplished that in Game 1 of this season, sticking with the eventual league champions until the final minutes before losing by 7. The team followed that up with a dominant 24-point win over Bayview Glen and solidified that we did in fact belong. The Bears went on to pick up wins against Crescent and Lakefield, securing a playoff berth where they would win their first-round matchup against Toronto French School by 12 points. A playoff win in their first season of league play is a huge accomplishment, and one that the team should be very proud of. As first-time coaches, we would like to thank the boys for their hard work and respect they showed all season long, and we will truly never forget this team. We will give out 2 awards tonight. The first award will go to our most valuable player, Mitchell Wong. Mitchell averaged more than 20 points per game this season, and was quite arguably the most talented player on the floor in each game that he played. Mitchell is an extremely competitive athlete and has a knack for scoring when he plays with a chip on his shoulder. In our playoff win, Mitchell took over and proved to Toronto French School, who we had lost to without him in the regular season by 17, that they would have no answer for him. He scored 24 points and had 11 steals. Moving to the second round, we had a tough matchup against De La Salle, who had beat us handily in the regular season. But Mitchell would again rise to the occasion, scoring 22 points in the first half alone, and keeping us in the game until our opponents pulled away late. He is truly a special athlete and a phenomenal basketball player. Congratulations on your Most Valuable Player Award, Mitchell Wong.
My name is Nick Stratford, and I had the honor of coaching alongside Will Langford on the Middleside basketball team this year. We enjoyed a great season with the guys and saw some fantastic player development. There is, however, a player that Will and I believe deserves special mention. This player began the season as someone who we knew we could count on to make an impact as soon as they got in the game. Their tenacity and determination was apparent to us from day one. Throughout the season, they gave it everything they had in practice, kept their intensity high when they were on the court, and began to show themselves as a leader within the team. This person quickly became a player that we relied on to play big minutes and to play big in the paint. They lifted their teammates up and was always the first person to say, "That's okay, just hit the next one," if someone missed an opportunity. Their heart and love of the game shone through their jersey with every drive and every board. The recipient of this year's Coaches Award goes to Kai Blackstock.
Hello. Coach Hickey and I have the pleasure of presenting the awards for Big Side Boys Basketball. Before the season began, we were not entirely sure what to expect from this year's group, as we only had 2 key players returning from the previous year. However, it did not take us long to recognize that we did in fact have a strong team, and it was a team that went all the way to the CISA finals. There are 4 players that I would like to make special mention of: George Kendall, Turner Johnson, Dylan Love, and Edward Lancaster. These 4 boys all played in 3 consecutive CISA finals in basketball. And really their contribution to our program has been significant during their time with us. I also want to thank all of the players that were part of the team this year. As coaches, we very much enjoyed the job that we had, and very frequently it didn't feel like a job at all because they were such fine young individuals to work with. So thank you, gentlemen.
The Jim Kerr Trophy is awarded to the Big Side Boys basketball player who best exemplifies the characteristics of leadership, both on and off the court. This year's winner was a great leader, setting a good tone in practice, always working hard, and always doing the little things to help us win games. And so congratulations to this year's winner, Dylan Love.
The James W. Barnett Trophy is presented to the team's MVP. There's a thought in basketball that if you have a strong point guard and a strong post player, you're going to have a successful team. Our success was largely dependent on those 2 positions, and unusually they came from the same family. Not only are they excellent basketball players, but they are superb characters as well. It is with great pleasure that I present this award to the brothers Lancaster, Edward, and Aaron.
I am very pleased this year to present a distinction award to our goaltender on Big Side Boys Hockey, Josh Nadler. This is an unbelievably well-deserved award. Josh every day came to the rink to give his all, to play his best, and to work his hardest. Every game he played outstandingly in the net. One of those goalies that you never see have to make a tough save only because he's in position all the time. He was a steady force back there for us. Many coaches often said, "Have you brought your goaltender with you today?" Because they knew that they were going to have to battle to score goals against us with Josh Nadler in net. Josh also brought great leadership to the team, was a real positive influence in the dressing room, and without question, a very deserving recipient of a distinction award here at Trinity College School, Josh Nadler. I'm also very pleased to be able to present a distinction award to our captain, Sal Bertucci. Sal not only was a terrific leader with the team both on and off the ice in the dressing room, but also was just one of the hardest working players that never ever gave up on the ice. There's a couple things that I always remember about Sal. One, he is just a beautiful skater. He has a great stride, great crossover, a powerful, powerful guy on the ice. And secondly, he just always loved to be able to step up and crush opposing players as they came down the ice. There were so many times that I would close my eyes because I was worried that Sal would get hurt on these big hits. But he always got up first and really, could scare the bejesus out of the other team. Sal's offensive prowess was also awesome. He was 4th on the team in scoring last year, 6th this year. Almost scoring a point a game. And when I think of distinction winners over the years, and I have a list of all 107 on my desk, Sal is right in there with the rest of them. And again, a distinction award presented to Salvatore Bertucci.
Distinction awards in alpine skiing, like in all sports at TCS, are hard to seek and even harder to gain. We've had athletes that have decided to give everything that they've got, not for the sake of reward, but for the sake of growth, for the sake of competition, and for the sake of what it means to represent our school, your school, in a sport that isn't often celebrated because we don't have fans on the side of the hill. They sacrifice, they give, they work, and one of this year's recipients has done just that over the course of 4 years in the senior school, setting goals for himself that were maintainable, reachable, and something that he could strive toward. This young man decided that at first it would be kind of interesting to ski race, and then it would be interesting to do well, and then it would be even better to train well, and then it would be the best thing possible to get to OFSA, but OFSA wasn't enough for him. This young man, when he would race, coaches from other teams and racers from other schools would stop and watch, wondering, how is he going to solve the problem? What will his tactics be? And then anxiously, with bated breath, they would wait to hear what his time was because it would set the bar in the high school boys trained division. This was no different when he ended up making his way to OFSA at Osler Bluff. The day was a slalom, early, inverted schedule, and this posed to be no problem whatsoever to this young man. He stepped up, inspected well, took some time to ski mentally, and when he stepped into the starting gate, it was game on. Charlie Wads pushed out hard and set the fastest time down, understanding that others would see him with a target on his back. Charlie Wads, through the work that you did not just this year and that gold medal in slalom at OFSA, but the work that you've done over the course of 4, it is with great pleasure that Coach O'Grady and I can celebrate you and your work with an Alpine Distinction Award at TCS this year. Congratulations.
I was able to free ski with this athlete long before she decided to come to TCS. Having had the opportunity to be on hill with her that day and witness every skilled turn, each fearless drop into a steep descent and chairlift conversation, I prayed that this girl would come to Trinity and race for TCS Alpine. Thankfully, Tate chose TCS for grade 11 and then led the TCS High School trained girls to OFSA qualifications for 2 years in a row with her incredible CISA finishes culminating in her individual CISA gold medal result this season. Tate exemplifies the true spirit of pure joy in what it means to be a ski racer. Raw natural talent, hunger for top finishes, investment in being a team player, and mentor to younger athletes, and infinite determination. For 2 years, Tate has been the results anchor of the team, and with this responsibility comes pressure to perform, to race aggressively, which can cost her standings. Tate never missed a beat in contributing to the growth and mentoring of younger athletes on the team and her fellow teammates. Tate constantly asks for feedback as an athlete, wanting to do whatever she can to improve her skiing and get faster. Prior to OFSA competitions, Tate would seek additional time on hill to mentally, psychologically prepare, always investing above and beyond. With 9-second leads on the field in races this season, she really stood out. But these weren't the only attributes, her results, that made her the kind of athlete that deserves to be recognized today. Tate is a kind teammate, one who builds others up on her team and contributes to team results, but also healthy peer foundations. This was seen at OFSA when Tate experienced one of the most heartbreaking moments a racer can contend with. As she headed out of the gate in slalom, her strongest discipline, on the third turn in the flow of the race, she clipped and lost her ski, and that was it. But Tate did not let that get her down. She got on the chairlift and came back up to the top and spent the rest of the day cheering on her teammates and making sure that everyone had their personal bests. Tate has raced, led, and contributed with joy and optimism to leave a lasting shrine of championship titles of OFSA berths, and she easily inspires others to share that same joy and love for ski racing. A wonderful legacy. Congratulations, Tate, on your well-deserved distinction in alpine skiing.
It is my pleasure to be giving a distinction award this season to Libby Howitt. Libby is an absolutely amazing player and teammate. She's shown leadership over the past 4 years. That's right, 4 years she's played for the Big Side girls hockey team. And she's shown this leadership on and off the ice. She's a role model to younger players. She embodies the school mission, habits of the heart and mind. She's constantly thinking of other people and displaying that in her actions. And I know she's also set up for a life of purpose and service. Libby will go on to play for the St. Thomas Tommies and she's going to do great things there academically as well as on the ice. They're lucky to have her, and her skill, her passion, her determination is sure to come through and be as great for those girls there as she was for us over the past 4 years. It's been incredible to watch her grow over the hours of training, over 400 practice and fitness sessions, over 150 games she's played wearing the Bears jersey. And each one of those games, she's been absolutely incredible on the ice. And it's not flashy. You know, defense isn't a position where you get glory. However, she does block a lot of shots. She's sometimes been hemmed in our own end for a long time because we're playing some pretty tough opponents, and she never gives up. She keeps them out of our crease, out of the slot. She protects the goalies, and she's just an absolute gem of a teammate. I know this, and I may not ever know just how much she did for her teammates off the ice around the school, but I do know that she has a heart of gold, and she has the skill and the passion, and she will go on to continue playing hockey. I'm so proud of her, and I look forward to watching her from afar. Good luck on the East Coast next year, Libby. I know you'll do great things. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. As a coach, you dream of having a player who performs at an elite level, is a sportsman and role model, putting the team before themselves, instinctively leads and coaches their teammates without being asked, and inspires those around them. The Big Side Squash team has been truly blessed to have 3 such players. Over the course of the next few minutes, I will endeavor to outline for you what makes these 3 players so special. Charlie Riker. Many of you were on hand in February to watch Charlie play against UCC, which was one of the most exciting squash matches our courts have seen in recent years. Charlie's speed and skill were on full display. It was a masterclass in execution and creativity. Despite losing the first game, he roared back, winning 3 straight games, getting to balls no player should be able to get to, and hitting shots that made our jaws drop. The crowd was electrified. What makes him so entertaining is his creativity and flair. He is a magician on the court, conjuring shots that keep his opponent and the crowd guessing. Couple that with his blinding speed, and you've got the makings of a superior player, a true maestro. And these skills were reflected in his results. The only players to beat him over the last 2 years were 2 boys from UCC, both ranked top 10 in the country. He has easily defeated all other opponents. Charlie can be counted among the all-time great squash players in TCS history. He has also dedicated much of his time to help make his teammates better, often at the expense of his own training. He has played the role of coach, both in practice and games, and can be credited for much of the success of his peers due to his keen insight and caring approach. Charlie has been with TCS Squash for 3 years and should be thanked for his enormous contributions to the success of the program and its meteoric growth and exposure. David Pitcairn. You know David as the best player at our school, but you may not realize how uniquely gifted he really is. This season, he only lost to 1 player, the number 3 player in all of Canada and the 44th best player in the world in his age group, and David took a game off him. David's name carries enormous weight in the league. Players who go against him know they are fighting an uphill battle right from the start. He is intense, tenacious, and strikes the ball with incredible precision. David finishes his TCS career with a 20-4 record at the number 1 position and poised for future success at the university level. While his excellence on the court is well known, David's contributions extend beyond his victories. He is the model sportsman, someone by which his teammates should attempt to emulate. Win or lose, he carries himself like a true professional and plays the game the right way, with fairness and respect for his opponents. And as team captain, he was both an impeccable role model and vocal leader. When asked to run a practice, David would organize a workout like a professional coach. When his teammates were playing, he made it his mission to speak with and offer advice to every player between games. And when seeing a great shot, the first congratulatory cheer was always from David. He simply was the engine of the team. A Hall of Fame of TCS squash players would include names like Ernie Howard, Arnold Massey, and more recently Thomas Bletcher. Add David Pitcairn to that list. Jade Pitcairn. As the number 3 player on the team, Jade's accomplishments can sometimes be overshadowed by her brothers. No longer. She stands on her own as a pillar of the sport and might very well have the most raw talent. She has been the best player in the new girls' league by a considerable margin. Despite there being ranked players in the league, Jade has handled all of them easily, going undefeated on her way to becoming the girls' league champion 2 years running. Every girl in the league looks at her with awe and strives to emulate her shot making and sportsmanship. In the boys' league, she is easily among the top 6 players and has amassed a near perfect record at her position. But perhaps the moment that best demonstrates her prowess came during our trip to the US. After playing some of the best squash schools in New England, we took a trip down to Yale to watch the men and women of Yale play against Penn, both top 5 schools in the country. I was shocked by the high level of play, but was most struck by one thought. Jade was better than most of the players on either team. Jade could have put a Yale jersey on that day and played number 3 for the women's team and not looked out of place. And that was when she was in grade 11. Finally, I can't stress enough the impact Jade has had on the girls' squash program. She is a leader and coach to the other girls, dedicating countless hours to their development. And as a role model, she is the Roger Federer of the squash court. Humble, respectful, and plays with style and grace. Based on her humility and generous spirit, you would never know you were in the presence of a world-class squash player. The fact that I am giving out 3 distinction awards should not diminish each player's value or impact. Individually, Charlie, David, and Jade are generational talents. TCS Squash was lucky to have all 3 at the same time. It is my honor to present a distinction award to 3 of the best squash players to ever have graced our courts: Charlie Riker, David Pitcairn, and Jade Pitcairn.